A little after 3 o'clock this afternoon, we received initially a single report of a possible apartment fire here at the Hesperia Country Club off of Bangor in the city of Hesperia. While en route, our first engine company did have smoke showing, so full first alarm commercial response was started. That included additional engine companies, an ambulance, a battalion chief, as well as a truck company. Upon arrival of the first engine company, they had a well-involved first-story unit. Here it's isolated to a single unit on that first floor. They had heavy smoke and fire showing from that apartment. They did make contact with an individual that was evacuated prior to our arrival, but was complaining of shortness of breath. We had our ambulance company with our paramedics evaluate that subject, but at this point in time, after being evaluated, is not accepting transport to the hospital. He'll be remaining on scene. Initial actions, our firefighters deployed hose lines to that first-story apartment. From the exterior, we're able to knock down that fire and able to immediately evacuate the adjacent apartments above and to the side. Once truck crews arrived on scene, additional companies were able to make entry and start overhaul operations. At this point, the fire was knocked down in probably about 10 minutes with that initial engine company, and they're working on salvage and overhaul operations at this point. There is heavy fire damage to that first-story unit, and a little bit of smoke to that above units, but we've blown that out, and they're still going to be livable. And at this point, we're going to be on scene for about another 20-30 minutes working on overhaul operations. So we did evacuate the adjacent apartments initially, as well as the ones above, and we're going to start repopulating those apartments once we clear out all the smoke. And as far as the cause and origin, we're waiting on a fire investigator, and we're going to do initial assessment here with our company officer, and at this point we don't have a cause. It's actually heavy smoke and fire damage throughout the entire apartment, and we're working to determine the actual origin at this point. And it is a busy day in the high desert, so at this point we have a multi-alarm brush fire in the Oro Grande area, as well as another commercial fire in our north end of Hesperia. So we have cover engines from our surrounding divisions, and we're trying to maintain service coverage to this point. No injuries other than that initial assessment by our paramedics to that apartment occupant, and he is denying transport at this time.